Welcome, everybody. This is our performance seminar for the 28th of March, and we have two pianists with us today. So I'd like to welcome Michaela. Michaela, to go on ahead, take the stage. So, Michaela, when you're ready, please introduce yourself and the piece that you're going to be playing.
My name is Michaela, and I'm going to be playing Prelude.
There you go. Very good. Very good. All right. So, what are some of the takeaways for that performance for you? What are some things that you felt went well and areas that you want to improve for next time?
Um, Dynamics, and maybe improving the last line.
And improving the last line, did you say?
Yeah,
God. So, what would you do to improve that last line?
like either play it over and over or like hand separate, maybe, or
Yeah,
maybe
I
slower.
think yeah, over and over for sure. But you also want to think about playing it with a very clear sense of pulse. All right, because if you've got that, the left hand and the right hand have something to lock into. It's like an anchor. Yun, dun 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 dun. Right, as opposed to just kind of feeling the pulse. So often, what I do if I'm wanting to align up my right hand and left hand and be really clean with my playing, is I do a lot of metronome work and I lock into that beat. Yeah, like a robot. It's real mechanical. But if you can get that, then once you've done that, you can remove the metronome, play it a lot more musically, but you'll know that you have a much clearer and safer sense of pulse. Yeah. Suchi, do you have some thoughts for Michaela on her performance?
That was actually really good. I like the staccatos, especially in the beginning, and
Mm.
like when it went to the crescendos, it was really nice.
Yeah, I thought so too, right? Like the sense of articulation brought the music to life, but also definitely the dynamics, Michaela. I think you've got a pretty good level of dynamic, but you can continue to push yourself to make even greater contrast, making the beginning even quieter. If you make the beginning quieter, then when you get to measure 10, it's going to have more of an impact. Yeah? So just bear that in mind as you're playing. Okay, really good. Let's continue. Thanks, Michaela. Suchi, you want to introduce your piece and how much of it you're playing?
Yes. Hi, my name is Suchi, and I'll be playing Prelude, by Chopin. I'll be playing only the first page this time.
Well done.
sorry.
Oh, nice. Well done on getting the first page, Suchi. Really good, really good. There's a lot going on. All right, there's a lot going on with this piece, but what were your thoughts on that first draft version?
It was okay. Could have been better.
Yeah? What are some things that you feel would make it better?
Definitely feel that like the third line should be more polished.
Hmm. This, the thing when we play a piece like this where there's just so much movement, there's a lot going on, is you really need to break it down into chunks just to train the hand so that it knows exactly where it needs to go in advance. So if it were me practicing this here, I would just master this movement. And then there's a big jump down to this D flat. Right? So I'd play them and I'd just get because there's a lot of jumping between white notes and black notes. So you want to make sure that you'd practice the yellow box separately, but you want to practice as well as a chunk, right? So as a block chord. Then you want to jump to the orange box, practice the notes separately, but then practice it as much as you can as a chunk. And it might be like the A flat, the D flat and the F and the A flat.
Mm-hmm.
Then you want to practice just jumping between, jump between the two. Once you get that there, the hand will naturally know where it has to move next because you're training it in that way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So right now you just need a lot more just separate hand practice
Mm-hmm.
so that you can get like all these things here, all of this.
Mm-hmm.
These need to be played separately and they also need to be played in blocks. But don't just play it on its own, play it connecting to something else. Because that's the whole idea of the exercise, right? Like the hand needs to know where am I going next. So part of the issue when you're playing, if your hand isn't used to that, then it's always going to be some kind of a guessing game, right? To feel out the notes. It's mainly the left hand, all right? The right hand isn't too bad because it's all melodic line and single notes. But if you can work out just a bit more on practicing the left hand and maybe just do two measures at a time,
Mm-hmm.
really master that there, and then slowly incorporate the right hand, right? Feed the right hand into the left hand. How does that sound for an idea?
Yeah, that sounds like an idea.
Yeah. Is it something that you've done before or not?
No, well, I played it perfectly last time I played this, and then I got distracted a little bit, so it kind of threw me
Oh,
off. But I kind
yeah.
of understand where you're coming at, and I think that would work even better.
Yeah. I mean, there might be other ways as well. Whatever the way is, it's all about training the hands to do things in groups,
Mhm.
right? Like chunking practice. It's you know how you like when you study for a test,
Mhm.
memorize lots of random separate facts.
Mhm.
You think about how these facts relate to another fact, and that fact there relates to this fact there, and then you've got this thread.
Mhm.
Information is much easier to remember. The same thing with music, um, and just do it, yeah, little bits at a time. But you're on your way. I think the thing with performance seminar, this is for you as well, Michaela, is that performance seminar reveals our true level of playing. When you play by yourself, that's not our true level. The true level is when you have to actually present it, right? And then you have to rely on your muscle memory and your intellectual memory and everything that you've trained for to play. And that's what pops out on the day, which is why when you perform for someone else, you're like, oh, I could do it when I was by myself, right? Or I did it good the other day. So just think about that. You want to practice with the purpose of performing, practice to perform, and you guys will be fine. All right. Well, that's the end of my lecture for today. Thank you both for listening and for sharing your music. Listen back to this video so that you can hear your playing and figure out places that you can tweak for next time. And we'll see you guys again next week. All right. Thank you very much, Suchi. Thank you, Michaela.